Hi everyone, my name is Allan McGimpsey from Bicycleworlds here in Cornwall at 150 Pit. We're going to do a tune-up on a bicycle today, number 2 special, which includes adjust the headset, bottom bracket, loop chain, loop gears, loop brakes, correct tire pressure. We'll go over the whole bike and give it a little tune-up to get this gentleman back out on the road. Okay, here at Bicycleworlds we like to use Super Lube. Super Lube is a Teflon synthetic lube, so it gets into the pivot points, gets into the chain, but it doesn't stay wet. So it dries off, which is a nice thing. You don't have a wet lubricant so that dirt can adhere to the bike. It keeps the bike nice and clean. So let's lube the chain up here. Get it going here. Throw some lube on there. Gonna do the pulley wheels. A little bit on the derailleur here. Okay, so the derailleur should be working freely. I'm going to get into some of the cable points and the brakes so that everything should be working nice and smooth after. Won't really need that. So, derailleur, into the brakes here. Also into the brake lever. I like to get a little bit of lube in there so make sure any oxidation is taken care of. Lubrication, done. Okay, now we're going to do the tire pressure. This gentleman hasn't been on his bike since last season, so tires are really soft, as you can see. There's nothing there. It's going to be a real sloppy ride, a slow ride. It's going to, drag itself on the road. So let's check what we have here. These tires are rated up to 45 pounds. It says inflate to 45, and he has 5 pounds in there. Not a good idea. So let's bring it up to pressure. $45, perfect. You can get these gauges anywhere. I think we have them in the store here for $2. So let's do the back tire now. £5. A little bit more and this should be good. 45 pounds. Next part of the tune-up is checking the bottom bracket. That's the crank system on the bike, and the headset for looseness. If they require adjusting, we will tighten them or loosen them, whichever it needs. So let's see what we got here. Grabbing the pedals and trying to push side to side. This is perfect. Actually, you can feel that it's nice and smooth and there's no looseness in it. It doesn't require any adjusting. The headset, I grab by the forks and feel for any looseness in the headset if I need to tighten it. This again, great shape, no service required to the headset. It's nice and tight and it feels pretty good. Right now you can see that this brake pad is towed out. It should be towed in so it doesn't vibrate, cause a lot of noise. And so what I'm going to do is setting up the brakes, and this is part of the tune-up. We're going to tow out on the brake. So I grab my Allen key here, 3-way Allen key, and as you can see I just changed the whole angle of the brake pad. And this is part of the tune-up. Now what I've done here is set up the brake so that it's at this angle here. As the wheel's turning forward, it grabs the front part of the brake and brings in the back part. Therefore, you have a full contact, no vibration, and the brake seems to work a lot better this way. And we'll do this side as well. We call this towing in the brake. If I try the brake now, stops on a dime, works great. Let's do the front. Now we're going to bring in the pads a little closer to the rim. Looks like the rim is it's pretty straight here, so we have room, a little bit of play in the brake. I'd rather see a nice tight brake that, it's right there when you need it rather than going right to the handlebar. So with this third hand tool, I can easily grab the cable and bring up the slack, as you can see in the cable right here, and tighten that down. So now instead of the brake lever going to the bar, you got lots of brake. Stops really, really well. Try squeezing this to the extreme, because that would be the extreme case a customer would squeeze this brake. For safety, I like to make sure nothing's going to happen and this bike is safe to ride. And now we adjust the derailleurs. So we're making sure that the derailleur is working, and we have adjusting screws and so on. This bike was off. He wasn't able to catch his first gear, and I just set it up so that it's going to be fine and it's well aligned right now. Perfect. Here at Bicycle World, we try and carry bikes for everybody in all walks of life. We carry children's bikes, tricycles, unicycles, folding bikes, tandems, road, mountain, hybrid. We have it all. I'd like to invite you to come down and check out the selection of bikes. Our last year's bikes are 30% off. They're all on clear out pricing. Not too many left, and they're going fast, so it's a good thing to get down here. Right now, all the bikes are out on the floor. We have very reasonably priced bikes, and the best selection, bar none, between Montreal and Ottawa. Lifetime free adjustments on every bike that you buy. So if you buy a bike here, the tune-up that I did earlier is always free for you here at Bicycle World. So anytime you want to bring your bike by, if you find your gears are slipping or some ghost shifting going on, bring it by, and usually you'll wait only a few minutes and you'll be back out the door. 25 years experience here. I'm the owner, so I'm the guy that's always here. You'll find me in the store. If you have any questions or if you want some personal attention on a bike matter, I'll be happy to help you out. It's tune-up time, so get yourself down here. If you have a bike that needs some service, we'll be glad to take care of it for you, usually in a day or two. I like to think that we have the best service in town, and I stand behind all service that we do. So come on down here to Bicycle World. Glad to see you.